All right, let's do this. DX, you son of a bitch.
What
Let's
did I
talk
do?
this Chyna DX stuff.
Yeah, why
Let's
are you-
do it right now, Ryan. You and I.
You're one of the ones mad about this?
We're going to debate this.
Okay.
For a couple of minutes or we get the red lights, so we've got 5 minutes probably. So it was announced last night that the whole DX package. You're a mark for DX. You're a little biased, so listen. I'm biased for NWO. It's fair. We should admit that right off the bat. But DX is being inducted in the Hall of Fame. This is their kind of roundabout way of inducting Chyna, which people have been clamoring about for a couple of years now, or a little bit longer. And it split the fandom. You could say there was a lot of people who were upset about it, a lot of people who weren't upset about it and thought it was a good first step forward, including Chyna's mom, who tweeted about that she'll be at the Hall of Fame ceremony. Blah, blah. Triple H.
She didn't tweet it. We posted a story on the side.
Oh, sorry. You posted a story about the site. Sorry about that. And then you had Triple H, of course, doing those interviews saying this is a way of getting Chyna into the Hall of Fame. But I'm in the camp of I thought it was insulting that they didn't give it to her solo.
Insulting to who?
To her and to her legacy.
But like, why?
Because for me, she did a lot for women's wrestling on her own.
But you don't know if she's not going to be put in one day by herself.
Well, sure, but I think that's where you go first. And then you don't put Ric Flair in over.
But you're not angry about Triple H going in as a group first. You're not angry about X-Pac going in as a group first.
Certainly,
you're not angry about New Age Dallas, who all did big things for wrestling.
Right, but nothing pioneering.
Triple H and X-Pac didn't do anything pioneering. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Not a damn thing. What did they do that was pioneering? Win matches, win titles.
Triple H is one of the biggest wrestlers of the past.
Oh, that's different.
20 years.
Yeah, but so's Flair. So those other guys. That's a different thing. He didn't do anything new. There have been great male wrestlers for decades in this business.
So what's? I don't understand the point. Chyna's going into the Hall of Fame
to win the Intercontinental Championship and be a #1 contender for the WWF Championship, male championship. She also participated in the first woman to ever do the King of Ring tournament. First woman in the Royal Rumble tournament. Right, but I want her in. I think she should have gone in on her own. She's a pioneering female wrestler.
But to be honest with you, I don't really care what you think. I care about what her family thinks, and I care about what she would have thought. And I don't think for 1 second she would have given two shits about going in solo or going in. Chyna just wanted to go in. Chyna just wanted to be accepted by the wrestling community again. Her goal wasn't this whole documentary thing she was filming had nothing to do with going in solo to the Hall of Fame. Right. It was going into the Hall of Fame. Right. So in my opinion, people that are complaining about the fact that Chyna going solo are just looking for something to complain about because it's like you don't know.
Well, no, that's denigrating because no, it could be legitimate feelings.
You don't know if she's going to go in the future. Like you don't know. And to be fair, she made a porno about Vince McMahon. Not just a porno.
Yeah.
She made a porno where she had sex with every single member of the McMahon family.
Right.
And look I get that a lot of people have sex. A lot of people do pornos. I'm not against porn stars. I love porn stars. They're great.
Right.
But you can't think, man, like Vince McMahon's a petty fucking person. Like he had this person that literally went and did everything she could to say bad things about him.
Yeah, but so did multiple wrestlers and they all get welcomed back by Vince, including Hogan and Warrior.
And
that's what I'm getting.
But they're putting Chyna in the Hall of Fame.
Right, but they're putting Chyna in as a group. And that to me, that's what I think.
But that's putting someone into the Hall of Fame.
But look at the optics.
Are you mad that Arn Anderson isn't in the Hall of Fame?
What do you mean? No, you can't compare Arn to Chyna. For God's sakes, it's two different things.
What do you mean? Why can't you?
Well, because Arn did great stuff, but Arn didn't do anything pioneering like Chyna did. The Horsemen as a group, yes. Arn Anderson as an individual, no. Or even as a tag team with Tully.
Arn Anderson's a very influential person in wrestling that definitely influenced people.
Sure, but the point is that you can point to accomplishment that Chyna has done that no other woman did before. You can't point to anything Arn did that no other man did before. Yeah, same thing.
X-Pac was one of the first like small guys in a big guy's world that came in and was like an indie darling that showed that small guys. Without X-Pac, there would have been no Eddie Guerrero. There would have been none of those smaller guys that came up in WWE because he was like a hugely influential person that was like an indie darling. You can't say that he was part of NWO. He's part of DX.
Right.
He was part of like.
I'm never going to denigrate X-Pac.
He was multiple-time champion, multiple different champions of different things. You can't say that X-Pac isn't influential. Okay, like you can't say that X-Pac shouldn't go in by himself. Of course he should go in by himself.
That's a good argument.
And Triple H has not only been a champion that was hugely influential to generations of people, but then he went on behind the scenes after the fact to help start but this thing where it's like the future of wrestling. So you can't
We've
say
had
that
wrestlers in the business working. Destiny did that. Rick did that.
Triple H wasn't started the thing that started the future of WWE. You can't say that Triple H isn't someone that doesn't have accolades deserve to go in by himself. Of course he does.
I didn't say that. He didn't. I didn't say he doesn't deserve to go in by himself. I didn't say that.
But they all deserve to go by themselves.
I'm saying Chyna's a separate issue. Yeah, you can make a case for all of them to go in by themselves. Fine. But I think Chyna is the more egregious case because of how things went down. Because of all the background stuff.
You say egregious over something that you don't know isn't going to happen. Triple H even said in an interview with ESPN that he knows that Chyna should be in there by herself and that he hopes to make it happen. So, like, it's not like they're
What does that mean, though, Ryan? I hope to make it happen.
Because
you're the fucking son-in-law of the boss. What do you hope to make happen? This is an ex-boyfriend who left her with the Stephanie stuff. There's all that stuff going on in the background too that looks up. I'm talking about optics. The optics of it is stupid decision, in my opinion. The optics of it. The Year of the Woman, Becky Lynch, The Man, Ronda Rousey, Evolution, Women's Revolution. She is a pioneer. Even Beth Phoenix tweeted about her saying she should be on her own. She should be in on her own. Even Beth Phoenix, who is influenced. I'm saying female wrestlers are coming out saying that they want her to go. That should have gone in by herself.
I didn't see one person that said that.
Beth Phoenix did.
She did not say that.
She tweeted that. She
did not say that Chyna should have gone in by herself. You are mistaken. She said she was happy that Chyna was going in.
Justice for
I didn't
Chyna.
see one person that said Chyna should go in by herself. That was actually anyone but fans. I didn't see one person say that.
What did she say? Because I retweeted it.
She said, "Congratulations to all of Degeneration X, but in particular to my biggest female influence, the ninth wonder of the world, Chyna. Joni deserves to have her role in WWE honored for the one-of-a-kind performer and groundbreaker that she was. Thank you, Chyna."
That's essentially saying...
No, it's not. That's saying that she's happy she's going to the Hall of Fame, that she's getting honored for it.
Right.
There's no one of importance that was mad. There's only people who think that, like, that there's some big... Like, they should be... Like, it was hard to even make this happen. You would think that people who are really mad should be pumped that this is if anything, this is going to show that Chyna's probably going to be a two-timer. Like, and then you can't build. Also, in my opinion, to honor the legacy of Chyna. In my opinion, it makes way more sense to have DX go in and have all of them come up and talk about Chyna and talk about her accomplishments and all that kind of stuff, as opposed to her mom. Wait, real fast. As opposed to her mom walking up on stage, who I love, her mom's great, and her mom's walking up and saying a quick 5-minute speech and saying thank you. Instead, this is gonna be a whole thing where Triple H, and Shawn Michaels, and the New Age Outlaws, and Xbox, they're all gonna talk about how influential she was.
No offense, I don't want 4 fucking guys talking about her. I want
they
female
were her
wrestlers.
friends.
I want female wrestlers who were influenced by. They were her friends. X-Pac was her friend with that video he released to make money off.
First of all, he didn't release that. You're very wrong.
One night in China,
he didn't release that video.
Who did he?
That was hacked from them. He did not do that, and he was her friend.
That's fair.
They were her friends. Okay. That's very unfair to say. Like, so
everyone talks about how she was mistreated after she left the business.
But I would much rather see her friend, the people who she worked with alongside, talking about her than Beth Phoenix, who just watched her on television. That's the whole point of the Hall of Fame.
They were influenced by her, and
so what?
Wow.
But I'm just saying, like, that's not how the Hall of Fame works usually.
Okay.
What am I wrong?
No,
when did the Hall of Fame been about?
I think people who are influenced by Hall of Fame introduced them into the Hall of Fame.
When have they ever done that? It's always been people who have direct influence, who have direct correlation with them. It's never just some random person who, not random, but it was someone who was influenced by them. It's never that. It's always like their kid or someone they worked with or someone they're very known for alongside. And all those people are known for working with Chyna. Chyna, the most famous thing Chyna did was be in DX. I'm sorry. Like, yes, she was the first Intercontinental Champion. Yes, but that was also when she was doing Playboy, and you can't cover that whole time period without talking about how she was on Playboy.
She was on Playboy through the WWE's approval.
But they don't talk about that stuff anymore. So it's like they can't. It's progress. Like it's also hard to talk about her solo run without talking about the Good Housekeeping match and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't shine a light on anything. This is like, look, she was a manager, huge, big, buff female manager before that was a thing, and she helped launch the Attitude Era. She helped help the WWE become what it is.
Agreed.
So I don't think that's bad.
As
to
one
be
of
like
female wrestlers who wasn't doing TNA matches or panty matches until much later.
She became a huge deal under DX. As DX, that's where she was also influential.
Of course, she was launched off DX. Yes. Thoroughly agree with that. I'm not going to discount that.
But like DX was around for long. The time she was in DX was much longer than the time she wasn't.
I know, but I'm saying to you, I just think that what she accomplished in this business deserves its own induction first before the team induction.
What does first or second matter?
I think it does matter.
To who?
But to people who are watching.
It's a fake Hall of Fame that Vince McMahon.
I don't like that correlation. It's a fake Hall of
It
Fame.
is. There's not even an actual Hall of Fame.
All Hall of Fames are essentially.
No, there's actual halls.
Well, right, but they're all subjective. So
no, but they're all voted on by
exactly voted
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame are all voted on by the industry.
Subjective by those people who are
but this is just Vince McMahon being like, who do I like? That's all the Hall of Fame is. It's not like a subjective thing that people vote on.
I get it.
It's Vince McMahon's decision of what he thinks will make the best television show.
So it shouldn't be made a big deal. It's just fake, and that's it.
I mean,
okay, all right. I just want to hear where you're coming from, and I respect it. And
I also think belts are props. I don't know,
all right.
They're television props that Vince McMahon decides who they help better his characters for. Like,
fair enough.
I don't know.
After having won 3 in the Schmodown, it's more than a prop to me. But I get what Ryan's saying. All right, it's just a healthy back and forth. I wanted to have the discussion with you. I hear exactly where you come from, brother, and I appreciate you being willing to have the discussion with me. All right, you'll see. We're on 2 different sides of this. Maybe you guys hate where I'm at, or you hate where Ryan's at.
I was so happy. I was so nervous when I reached out to the mom. I was like, please don't be on everyone else's side. Please don't be on everyone else's side. And then when she said, no, I'm so excited. I'm going to be there. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Either way, it's a celebration of Chyna.
Yes.
And hopefully that does happen. They don't short circuit that celebration.
And I'm telling you
guys,
limit
her.
I have a very hard time believing that this ceremony is going to be like diminishing Chyna's role. If anything, they're going to pump Chyna up during the ceremony because of the people like you who are mad that it wasn't a solo. And they're going to try to prove you guys wrong. Be like, look how good we did to honor Chyna's legacy.
That'd be great.
You know?
Yeah. I'm always you know me, I'm always willing to be like, I know I was wrong. You know, so but it just struck me wrong. But I get all your points. Absolutely, and totally hear where you're coming from.
ProWrestlingSheet.com